Wes Anderson is back with his newest film, Asteroid City. Let's see if his film is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. World-changing events spectacularly disrupt the itinerary of a Junior Stargazer space cadet convention in an American desert town circa 1955. Wes Anderson is one of my all-time favorite directors. I love his style of direction. Everything feels so clean and in frame. I like the characters within the movies. And unfortunately, I wasn't as enthralled by French Dispatch, the departure from his typical A to B story. And I was looking for a kind of return to form when it came to Asteroid City. And this film is less of an A to B story. It does have a play within a story. It's a little bit different compared to films like The Royal Tenenbaums and Moonrise Kingdom. And overall, Asteroid City I found to be just fine. I wasn't blown away by this movie. It was good, but there are much better Wes Anderson movies. But one thing that this film does so well, much like other Wes Anderson films, is that it's visually stunning. Everything about this movie looks spectacular. From its opening shot of black and white, smaller frame, with Bryan Cranston narrating the movie and talking about this writer who's creating this play called Asteroid City. And from there on, the screen expands and we have full color, and it's our play Asteroid City. And much like other Wes Anderson movies, we have a lot of characters in here. From Jason Schwartzman and Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston, people that he's worked with before and people he has not worked with are in this movie. But within this small town, Asteroid City, we get visually an appealing movie. Everything is in frame. It's so clean. It looks nice. It's a really good looking film. The color palette is very bright. And just looking at this movie, even the trailers and the poster for it, I knew it was going to be very typical Wes Anderson. And I love that. I love his looks. I love the looks of his movies. And Asteroid City is no different. It's very just everything's in frame. The direction of the camera as it pans from character to character as they are talking to each other, the way that he handles some of the dialogue, it all looks really good. But unfortunately, the story is the main problem. As we do balance a lot of characters, it's hard to latch onto one story. I feel like Jason Schwartzman's story is the most developed, as he is a widower and he has his 3 daughters and an older son, and at times the movie touches upon grief, but I feel like a lot of these characters could have been developed a little more, especially Scarlett Johansson's character, who also has a lot to do with in the film. But then we start to balance all these other characters. Steve Carell's in the movie as well, and then we also have the formation of the play, the black and white scenes that has Adrien Brody in the movie, and there it's interesting, but I feel like it's taken away from just Asteroid City. I think the movie could have worked if it didn't have the actual development of the play, Bryan Cranston, Adrien Brody all in the movie. While I did find that to be interesting at times, the aspect of it did take away from the development of the bright colored scenes for Asteroid City. And so with so many characters and an uneven plot, it's hard to feel developed in any story that is going on. And I think Wes Anderson is more successful when it has a straightforward narrative rather than balancing many different stories and trying to have this meta feel to it. One of the reasons I didn't care for French Dispatch so much is because of the different stories that were in it. And Asteroid City as well. It's not my favorite Wes Anderson film. But I do like the characters in here and the comedy. It's very quirky. And there are a lot of times I did laugh. I like his typical quick, sharp dialogue within this movie and how he's able to capture all of that. The actors and actresses involved have really good chemistry, and at times there's a lot of that deadpan humor. but they do provide interesting dialogue and characteristics to all the people involved within this movie, as there was a lot of people. Like I said, we also have Liev Schreiber in the movie as well, Jeffrey Wright, Tilda Swinton, Matt Dillon. Some of these characters I was really interested in, but didn't have the most development. I was really liking Scarlett Johansson and Jason Schwartzman's character, as they had the bulk of the movie, but even those characters felt like they were lacking depth to them. That's due to the quick nature of the movie and the meta feel to it, and its uneven narrative, and the way that we are balancing so many different stories and so many different characters involved in Asteroid City. And then you have this these events that start to shape Asteroid City and catch the attention of the world, and there it starts to kind of lose its focus on our characters and dealing with grief in the beginning of the movie. Wish they would have done a little more with some other characters, especially Tom Hanks. I like him. I thought he was funny and kind of shook up some relationships within the film. I think they could have utilized him a little more. But overall, Asteroid City had the right elements to it. Looks absolutely stunning. And there are some interesting things they do within it. I think it's a cool story. It's a story that could be taken in these really odd directions, but instead, much like other films, he has so many people in here, and so many people you just don't care about. The actors are fun. I like these actors and actresses involved, and I like that he brings in people that he's worked with before. But so many people, you just don't care about their story. They are very brief, and they're just there to be there because they've worked with him in the past. And so it takes away from development of other characters, and even the story as well. I wasn't as invested or moved by the story. I wasn't connected by it, and overall, I found Asteroid City to be a little bit disappointing, but I still liked watching it, and I would watch it again. And I would buy it on Blu-ray because I do have all the other Wes Anderson films, especially all of them on Criterion Collection. It is one I would revisit, but not my favorite Wes Anderson film. So before I give you my score for Asteroid City, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. If you'd like to see where Asteroid City ranks amongst all the other 2023 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Asteroid City a B-. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Asteroid City, the new Wes Anderson film. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for a ranking video of his films. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.